It's your boy back at it again, and we are back in the Wolf Among Us for our finale. It is episode 5, Cry Wolf. Now, I was going to do this stream yesterday, and then just got busy and a bunch of stuff came up, but we're back here today. I'm doing this earlier than expected, so heck, maybe I'll even do another stream later this evening, but I'm also kind of doing it to kind of get me a bit out of a funk right now, ladies and gentlemen. You see, quick little side note before we start this, the game. If not, you can just skip to whatever the timestamp is for when the gameplay starts in the description. But just about a week and a half ago, I found myself, finally, a copy of The Godfather, Dawn's Edition for the PlayStation 3, and I was super psyched. I ordered it. It got here when it was told. Everything looked great. The disc, I mean, for a game that came out in 2007, the disc is pretty pristine and no real bad scratches or scuffs or anything like that. And of course, my luck, I put it in the PS3 and it doesn't want to work. Error, of course. And it's the same old, well, make sure the disc is clean, and well, if that doesn't work, then put in another Blu-ray game and see if that works, and well, if it doesn't, take down this verification number and suggest, and we'll blah 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 blah. And you can tell by how much I enjoyed retelling that story that how happy I am that that's going on. So hopefully I can get that fixed, because I really don't feel like spending almost triple digits trying to get this game, which is a hard find now because of the license agreement expiring. But anyway, I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy the finale of The Wolf Among Us, and I will be back at the end to kind of give up my wrap-up thoughts, and maybe I'll also have an inkling by then as to what we're going to do next here on the channel. So, without any further ado, let's get it started.
I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Not if I can avoid it.
Holly's sister, Lily.
Do you even give a shit about us? The strays.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
Look, maybe a few will get sent up, but you're my friend, Colin. I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss. You've come a long way. You must be tired. And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really a carpaccio. It's lobster, sirloin. Well, gramercy me. Take a seat at the very least.
Got a scotch?
Only Tennessee whiskey, unfortunately. What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You forget what happened at the Pudding and Pie? You and your goons tried to kill me!
I'm truly sorry for that whole debacle. It was not my intention to put you or Miss White in any sort of danger. My wish was merely to take Crane, Sheriff. And as soon as the assignment grew out of control, I put a stop to it. I know that that doesn't change what happened to you, and I can only offer my sincerest apologies.
You didn't stop it out of the kindness of your heart. You stopped it because Snow White offered up Crane.
That may have appeared to you to be the case, but I assure you, it wasn't. And I hope you believe me when I say, Sheriff, that I sincerely mean to make it up to you. The recent murders that have gotten such attention as of late, I don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with. You really don't need to worry yourself further.
An unfortunate bit of business. You're gonna tell me right now who killed him.
Sheriff, I have complete respect for you and your job. I hope you know that. But I simply can't divulge that information. You really shouldn't worry yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
No, I'm gonna deal with it right now.
Yeah, right. What do you think this is? Some kind of negotiation? The man said he'd take care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
Tweedledee, please.
I'm already pissed off. You don't want to make it worse.
You think I'm scared of you? You're nothing more than a...
That's enough! I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance, if you have to know, it was Georgie. However, like I said, I'll be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just...
Sit down. Now.
Yeah, I killed him, so what? You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
Georgie.
Why'd you do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. That you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this!
And then
you told me
attempt to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, this! You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
What the hell?
Take this fucker. Take all of them. I didn't fucking
Don't
start
make
this.
any trouble, Georgie.
Are you seriously throwing me under the fucking carriage after everything I've done for you?
All right, let's talk.
You can't just hand me over. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like that?
You think I give a fuck if I'm the one... Who the shit do you think you fuckers
Get
are?
the fuck out of here!
I do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
Yeah, what the fuck? You're gonna make sure we all go down this shitter with you?
I told you!
I'm not going anywhere.
This could have gone so well. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
Take this!
You're done, Wolf.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
Oh, God. Oh. This way. Come on.
Oh, shit.
I know.
done it.
Are you sure?
Do it.
He's not moving.
Keep going.
Come on.
Right. Fuck it.
Holy shit.
Come on. We can't stay here.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay. Can you stand up? It's okay. Take your time. Slowly.
Oh, it's no fucking use. No way I'm walking out of here.
How did this happen?
Shit. Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Oh, Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go. That it, Sheriff? I had to say your goodbyes first.
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
You gonna carry me?
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Vivian, you don't know what you're doing.
I'm trying to help you here.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered—
Of course it does. Those girls—
So it's all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't
fucking—
mean—
You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look,
Sometimes you just have to do what you're told. Then it comes back to bite you in the ass because some good-for-nothing crooked bastard decides you're not worth shit anymore.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out. The both of you can go rot in hell.
Georgie.
You think I'm the one to fucking blame?
That's not what I meant. I was just trying
I
to—
know what you were trying to do.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not. Go ahead and arrest me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault. But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him. Coming here, talking about options, like it was that simple.
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them... What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die, do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
I told you!
What are you talking about?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I know that. But did it have to be like this?
Wait, so you've been helping this asshole? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the Crooked Man showed up and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it.
I told you. Sometimes all your options are shit. What the fuck are you supposed to do then?
I'm not playing this game, Georgie. I won't kill her.
Don't talk about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
I wasn't really...
You're right. It's your life.
I know what I've done.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them?
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Narissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian, no! Fuck! No, 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 no! Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian! Shit!
Just... Jesus.
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh! Oh, fuck!
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby. I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the Crooked Man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, all right? For both of us. You know the bastard deserves it. Make a promise to a dying man. Give him hell.
Don't worry about the Crooked Man.
Old foundry by the river, all right? Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You want to finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you want to do, right? Well, whatever it is, just get it over with. I'm not sticking around for much longer.
That's not who I am.
Prove it, then. No more games, all right? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick. I know what I did. Let's not draw this out.
All right, Georgie. Still warm. He's here, all right. Of course.
Bigby Wolf. The big bad wolf. You used to be something. They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small, shivering bodies would fit.
Silver.
The big bad wolf. It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Wow, what a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned?
Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
Where are you? Come out and face me!
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets. Now, I may not be the best shot, but I can guarantee that at least one bolt will meet its mark, and you'll find yourself rolling on the floor in agony, unable to heal yourself. Without Swinehart to save you, you'll die. Is that reason enough for you? Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want. You plan to do what she says, don't you?
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me. Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
This is about protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders 2 of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again. My previous interactions with her have gone rather well.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Hey! I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You murderer!
You killed Lily!
Where the fuck do you get off? You think you have the right to just do this to people? You're a fucking crook!
You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Bigby, is that true?
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charter entirely.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you did.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government, and most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself. And I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell the fucking truth
He
for
has
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
You're not serious! I know what you do to people, I've seen it firsthand! What you did to Faith, the way you manipulated her! Do you really think any of those girls were free? Do you really think Faith wanted to—
I'm sorry, Lawrence. I'm sorry that your wife came to me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my best judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back. And in turn, we used her magic to help poor Faples get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow?
I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk about this.
Oh, we're not?
Bigby just
This
means
is
that-
important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course! Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right. Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right. Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I know...
The laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath a little
What's she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up.
You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Narissa! My name is Narissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily...
That's a lie!
I was in the goddamn room when he did it! Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say... You're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take two people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
Wait!
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed?
So we get rid of him.
Dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
Everyone, calm down.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to die.
We can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still...
End it already.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you can't
What
be
he's
serious.
done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right. Do it. Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Let's just call it even.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Right. Thanks.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
you're late.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Then carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... if you could bring it to her, she was nice.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, 'cause when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
I'm sorry, TJ, but look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mundies seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on, it won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No, some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
I don't know. He, must have run off.
Bullshit.
Saying goodbye?
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
It's okay. Just calm down.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess it worked out in the end. I can't hold that against you.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her. Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are. I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests.
I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
Oh, yo. That was insane. I'm glad I didn't have the mic on, because while that whole trial was going on, I was screaming, "Stop making me make these damn crucial decisions." Oh, but that's what I get for playing a Telltale game. Loved it. Oh, man, The Wolf Among Us. Man, it's been so long since I first played this. I'm glad I decided to play through it a second time. Hell, I'm going to play through it a third time, and I may even just do those videos too. But, yo, that was... I love it. I'm so pumped for The Wolf Among Us to come out. One thing I am going to say, though. Damn this game for making me jump through those hoops and getting that money, giving it to Toad so him and his kid would be okay, and then the game just went, nope, we're sending him off anyway. So I'm telling you right now, Wolf Among Us 2, this situation better be rectified and addressed. Because I'll tell you right now, Toad may be an old curmudgeon, but how dare you do that to TJ? How dare you pull at my heartstrings like that? Oh, well, let's see what we got here. Well, it looks like we're in the vast majority here so far. You and 68.6% of players killed Georgie. I mean, yes, I could have let him sit there and suffer, but you know what? Dude is already suffering for minutes. His intestines are literally spewing out of him. And he also saw, I mean, I don't know if they were leaning it this way, but it also seemed like even though him and Vivian were business partners, seemed like there might have been a little bit more of some feelings there. So essentially, I feel like he also just wants someone that he actually did care about. And she basically just killed herself in front of him. So, if you think about it, yes, I could have let Georgie sit there and suffer in pain for a bit longer. But let's face it, the dude was sold down the river by people that told him that they would protect him. And what a surprise. No honor among thieves. And then, yes, then we basically gutted him and didn't kill him. And then he was in pain that entire time. And then he watched someone that he truly actually cared about just kill herself in front of him because of all these circumstances surrounding it. So you know what? Leaving him there to sit in pain, I mean, the dude is already suffering a great amount. So you know what? I showed Georgie a little mercy. But, well, not but. Moving on. You and 89.6% of players brought the Crooked Man back alive. I mean, should we really be surprised with that decision? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Now, as far as when we play this a third time goes, who knows how we'll roll the dice? We'll see. That's why I love playing through these games multiple times. It may not. Well, I mean, some decisions are going to affect more of the overall story, but just going through all the different choices, dialogues, and different stuff like that, it really can be fun, especially when you don't play the game for a while. Because then it's like, you remember some things, but then you'll forget a few things, and then even if you choose like different paths, like it's basically a whole new game. And of course, we got how did you punish the Crooked Man? You and 47.4% of players chose to imprison the Cooking Man. Well, I'd imprison him too. Be eating a lot of good food, but the Crooked Man we imprisoned. I wish, kind of like the other games, I wish. Especially with that, I wish it would give you... Oh, TJ's gift? Hold on. I wish it would give you, like, the sub-stats, like how many of the people, like, ripped his head off, and how... Because I'm sure there's some people that did it, because there's always those people. But I also would like to see who threw him down the wishing well and all that. But, I mean, depending on how low the third option was, I mean... we probably are still in the majority, because 47.4% is a good percentage to have when you have three different choices. So, did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? You and 98.5% of players decided to accept TJ's gift for Snow. I want to know who the hell the 1.5% is of the cold-hearted bastards that didn't accept this kid's gift. Or, who knows, maybe... some of the people were people like me, where when the choice popped up, they might not have been paying attention and whatever. But, yeah, you 1.5%, like, you terrible people. What were your last words to Narissa? You and 54.8% of players said, I hope I've done some good here. I am surprised that they don't have... I mean, you saw, we went after her at the end there. I mean, who knows what that's going to lead to? You never, ever know. And that seems to be the end, so I guess we'll roll credits. Oh, nope, special stats. Okay, here we go. So we got Beast. You told him you saw Beauty outside the apartment. Beauty, you refused to keep... secret for Bluebeard, you fought him after the interrogation. Butcher, you offered him protection at the business office. Colin, you gave him a drink when he asked for one in the apartment. You helped him to avoid the farm. Crooked Man, you took him back to the witching well. You imprisoned him. D, you confiscated D's money while he was in custody. Georgie, you smashed up his place. Greenleaf, you kicked down her door. That must have happened in episode 3, and if I'm being quite honest with you people, for some reason, like, episode 3 kind of, as far as my memory, like, I don't remember that much. Like, I even remember the first 2 episodes, but for some, maybe episode 3 just wasn't, like, I just wasn't as into it, like, you know what I'm saying? We got Gren. You drank with Gren after Lily's funeral. Lawrence. You went to his place first, which meant we prevented him from dying. I definitely know I didn't do that the first time I played through it. So it was kind of nice seeing that not only did I prevent his death, because I figured he died anyway, and all that. I mean, if you saw, he was going to kill himself anyway, it looked like. Either that or... I can't remember. Did he point the gun like at himself, or was he pointing at... one of the Tweedle brothers? I can't remember. But either way, I know for a fact that he wasn't at the wishing well the last time that I played this game. So that was cool that they brought him back and that like he had dialogue and all that different stuff. So that was kind of cool. You brought her along with you to the Trip Trap, which is Snow, and you showed her Crane's photograph of her. Tiny Tim, you chose to wait for him. TJ, you accepted his beetle and promised to give it to Snow. Toad, you stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm. You gave him money, and it still didn't mean anything. I feel like a lot of these can have a bit more of these special stats. Like, it almost looks like it almost feels like these aren't even kind of necessary, because it's not like some of the other games where it gives you like a whole lot of like information or percentages and stuff like that. Oh, God, my ears after that. Oh, now we're rolling credits. Now, I don't know. Sometimes these be like the Marvel movies, where after the credits roll, we might get a little bit of a bonus scene, so we'll stick around here for a little bit. But, as I said, overall, I loved the game. I loved it just as much going through it the second time as I did the first. I'll probably love it even more when I get crazy the third time. But, love it. I am so glad that, I mean, I hope we get it sometime soon. I know every time I see them post about, like, games and stuff like that, like, they're always, like, they're always talking about how, yes, don't worry, people, we're working on the Wolf Among Us 2, just be patient and all that, but, yeah, like, come on, Telltale, like, I be needing this. Like, I want that second, and actually, more importantly, I need that third season of Batman. We need the Dark Knight. But, yes, this was super fun, and I can't wait till the next. I think I've pretty much gone through all of the Telltale games, except for, is it Tales from Borderlands? That's the Telltale game, and I mean, I've never played any of the Borderland games, so, like, if y'all know, like, would that be, like, something I'd have to do? Like, would I have to go through the Borderland games to kind of have more of an I mean, obviously, I'd have more of an understanding, but would I need to play those games to kind of have a general, or at least I think the first two. I think it might take place, now that I'm thinking about it, between the first game and the second game. But, like, okay, so we don't continue the story. Pick up a graphic novel today. Huh. I didn't know this was an actual, like, comic type thing. That's even cooler. Okay. So, but, yeah. If you've ever... Here, let me... Just so it's not constantly going over me talking. Okay, there we go. Oh, and then I... Hold on. Apply. There we go. Okay. So, but yeah, if anyone has played Tales from the Borderlands, or more importantly, like the Borderland games too, let me know. Like, do I essentially need to play at least the first one, or maybe even the second one, to kind of understand what's going on, or might I be able to just slip right into Tales from Borderlands? Because if I can slip right into Tales from Borderlands with not much of a problem, I'll definitely at some point have to try and get that game. I mean, unfortunately, I've played the Game of Thrones game, and I've also played Guardians of the Galaxy when those were available. Unfortunately, I mean, you can't get them on the marketplace anymore. My guess is because of licensing or whatever, but unfortunately you can't get those. I don't even think you can get the Minecraft story mode thing. I know they had that up on Netflix too, but I don't think, I mean, actually, well, yeah, now that I think, wow, I have actually the Minecraft story mode for the PS3. I mean, that doesn't do me any good on this system, but yeah, for some reason those games are off the marketplace now, and this is another question I'm going to pose for the people if you've somehow made it to the end of this video. Yeah, let me know, like, because I've seen, like, the season discs and stuff like that at the game store I usually go to, but, like, I don't want to purchase the season disc if I can't even get the episodes. Y'all know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. Let me know if, like, there's any way possible to get a hold of those episodes, because I'd love to actually play those episodes again and actually broadcast them. But I've gone through, we have the Walking Dead series, all of it. That's up here on the channel. We got all of Batman. We got Batman twice, because we played through Batman seasons 1 and 2 once, and then we played through them again in noir mode, and both of those are on the channel. So yeah, we have a lot of Telltale content. I mean, we also got Red Dead Redemption, we got Red Dead Redemption 2, we've got all of Saints Row. Yep, we got all of Saints Row, and I'm going to be the first one to admit, I love the Saints Row series. I loved 3. I think 2 might still be the best, but I also love the original. And you know what? I'll be the first to admit, I was one of those who, when I first played the 4th one, I wasn't as down with it. But the more I played through it, and even when I played through it a second, and even the 3rd time, I kind of grew to love it even more. So I even like Saints Row 4, but I can see where people would have their issues with it. I will, however, say, because even though I've heard the criticisms and I've heard from other people who have seen it, I have not actually checked out the Saints Row 5 teaser trailer or whatever, so maybe I'll check that out, but just from some of the pictures and what I've been hearing from other people, I am it's like, I don't know, like, you would think after the 4th one that they would, like, go more to the roots of what made the series great, but looks like that might not be the case. But we'll pass judgment when we actually see the trailer for ourselves. But yeah, there's a ton of content for y'all to check out. Also, including the Batman Arkham series. We finished up Arkham Asylum months ago. And, more importantly, we started up Arkham City just the other day. So we'll be having a few more Arkham City videos. But that leads us to what's next here. The Wolf Among Us was like the main series I had going. And, of course, yes, Arkham City is another series. But, like, so as most people know, I usually try to keep 2 series going on, at least relatively consistently, just because, you know how it is. Sometimes, and depending on the series, I might focus more on one series than the other, but I like to have it's like, if I don't feel like playing one of the games one day, I at least have another option to do and still get content out to you guys, But what am I going to do next? Well, I know I said maybe I'd have an inkling by the time the video is done, but quite frankly, I don't. And here's why. I'm really debating between, like, 2 games, if not 3 games, for sure. One of them being a game that I was going to stream on the Xbox over on Twitch, and then Twitch came down with their massive music copyright fun stuff. So instead of playing it on the Xbox, I was thinking to myself, you know what would be fun if we played Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order. So that's game number 1 that I've been considering. Game number 2, ironically enough, is a game that has the number 2 in it. And that would be the the very polarizing The Last of Us 2. And I mean, that game was polarizing for people, but it's also a bit polarizing in my how do I want to put this? In my willingness to play it, because even though I went so far as pre-ordering it, that way I could get the Last of Us Remastered Edition with it, and I could finally play through that game. As most of you will know, especially if you go back, cheap plug here, and go check out the Last of Us series, as much as I loved the story, and even by the end, I came around to, most people will see at the beginning, like, I don't want to say I hated Joel, but I was very conflicted with how, like, he acted in certain situations. And sometimes I tried to look at it from his point of view and kind of understand, but as most people do when you play a game, you do try to understand it from the characters, but you're also, like, putting your own opinions. But by the end of the game, like, I was down with Joel, I was down with the story, And like the story, in a way, like the ending kind of caught me off guard. But like, anyway, as much as I love that type of stuff, if you go watch those videos, y'all will see that I hated like the button layout and the controls and all that. Like, I just thought, and maybe it's because I've been so used to the GTA or Red Dead, or I guess you could just call it the Rockstar type of controls when it comes to games like that. But I was just so agitated with the controls, like, sometimes, and just how everything was laid out. So that's like the main reason why I'm as interested as I am to play the second one. That's also why I'm the most leery of playing it, because I want to be able to enjoy the story once again, and I don't want to go through the irritating button schemes again. And I, quite frankly, I don't want to watch, and I've been spoiled on some things, but I don't feel like I've been spoiled enough overall to where it will affect my opinion of the story. But because of that, I also don't know like how like the controls and stuff like that is. So I don't know if they've improved on the controls or if it's like the same crap that it was before. So as I said, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, The Last of Us 2, and the third game that I was, you know what? I won't even, we don't have to get into the third game, mostly because I've been rambling long enough at the end of this video. I feel like I should have made this a separate video discussing what we should do next. But either way, I think I'm going to wrap it up here, folks, before I keep going on and on and on and on, because I don't want the ending of this video to be just as long as the actual video. I mean, come on, how inconsiderate would that be for y'all? So, hey guys, thank you once again for all the love and the support that you show. Please, as I said, especially to my subscribers, if you subscribe to the channel, you obviously found something that you like, and that like it caught your eye enough to where you subscribe to the channel. So please, especially when it's the gaming videos, the only way that we can get better and grow, besides, you know, me actually kind of maybe establishing a budget for this type of thing and getting some actual very nice equipment and recording and all and different stuff like that. But the only other way to do it is to not just click on the video for a quick view, because unfortunately that's not how the YouTube analytics work. Like I said, even if you just throw the video on in the background, throw the video on, like play it, go through it. If you can't make it through it all on the first try, come back to it later. And also, you got to hit that like button. You got to get those likes up, please. But I still love and appreciate you guys, because like I said, I just do this for fun. And even the fact that there's 220 people out there that are entertained enough by this, and they came across my channel and said, I'll give the little guy a subscribe. Thank you. It means a lot. Much appreciated. And on that heartwarming note, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. I will be back later today with another stream. Most likely we'll do Arkham City, but if not, hey, maybe y'all will get a new game, or maybe we might do a little bit something else. We'll see. But hey, with that, guys, thank you so much, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.